What's going on, guys, and welcome to another episode of Smash JT. And if you can't tell, I can't get enough of ProJared drama. It is just filling my days with so many smiles. This is the newest turn of events. The r/ProJared subreddit has opened up once again. What we thought was closed for good the other day only ended up being a few hours, and then they opened it back up because ProJared has tweeted once again, and I have covered this in a recent video about him playing the victim card and how pathetic this attempt at trying to garner any kind of public support completely backfired in his face. So in this video, we're going to check out what his former fans had to say about him in his official subreddit. JT. This has 1,400 upvotes in 13 hours. The official apology Megathread. Jared has officially made a new statement and links the tweet. My own 2 cents on it, it's a load of shit. As many others have pointed out, he's just trying to play the victim in the situation. Maybe he's so wrapped up in his own BS that he actually believes it at this point. I don't think there's any way any normal human being could possibly think that this is true and believe his own words, but then again, that's assuming it's a normal human being, which we've already been exposed to. This guy is very far from being anywhere close to normal, whatever normal even means. Let's see what people had to say about this down here. I want everyone to know that any interactions I've had with other women were known to and encouraged by Heidi, and were had with the purest and lawful intentions, sending news to minors. This ain't it, Chief. He's admitting to it, but he's brushed aside what he did to paint Heidi as the bigger evil. Exactly. In his tweet, his apology to everybody, he basically just tries to rail on his soon-to-be ex-wife the entire time instead of accepting any accountability for what has transpired. He looks to blame anybody but himself. It was embarrassing. I mean, some people over Twitter were kind of defending him on the part that he probably wasn't effing Holly while she was with Ross, giving him that one thing that made him a little less of a garbage human being, and now that's gone too. I don't know. I'm sure all the parties involved made mistakes and lied here and there, but Ross in this is completely innocent, and it feels crappy to know that he was cheated on, and with a human garbage that Jared is too. Yikes. So yeah, his former fans do care about his relationship situation still, and they are pretty peeved off that this is confirming that he's a piece of garbage. So in one glorious post, a man managed to bring himself back into the spotlight as it cooled down. Yes, I was gonna say, like literally, people started slowing down talking about him, and the first thing he does, the second it starts dying down, is tweets a 2-page essay as why this is not his fault and why it is not our business, and then proceeds to tell us all of his private business and why it's not his fault. He just wants attention. Like one of his accusers said, he loves the spotlight, and he probably loves having his pictures shared around the internet. Ignore every bit of the nudes to minors part, which is what I said in my video previously. He didn't even talk about the thing that everyone is upset about. That is what people are frustrated with, and he ignored it completely. Blame Heidi while also claiming he doesn't want to blame her. Yeah, that's a good point. It was very contradictory. He said, please don't blame Heidi, please don't blame me, we made mistakes, but Heidi's the problem here. Like, okay, why are you even doing that? Confirm what was previously suspected with the Holly situation and how he cheated, yep. And add just 20 gallons of fuel to an already entertaining fire. Just wants to be in the spotlight. Did I miss anything? Nope, you pretty much nailed it. This whole thing, I refuse to call it an apology, reeks of blame shifting and a feeble attempt to maintain relevancy in the public spotlight. This is exactly what he's doing. People are seeing right through it. He just wants attention. His name was trending on Twitter for over like 12 hours in America. ProJared was trending. And that's some attention he's probably never seen. The magnitude of that, yes, it was for a bad reason, but when you get into the public spotlight and you're in a public position, getting attention can be kind of addicting, and I could see him wanting it regardless of if it's for a good or bad reason. Can we also appreciate the beautiful stupidity of Jared stating how he had hoped the divorce would remain a private matter despite him being the one who made it effing public? It brings a tear to my eye. Thank you! Thank you, Arcane Reviewer, because I was thinking I was the only one that was noticing that. Like, it made literally no sense in his apology that he's saying, I want this to remain a private matter, and then proceeds to continually blame Holly and Heidi for what's transpired, mostly Heidi, and then also was the one that brought this to everyone's attention in the first place, and then made it 10 times worse by blocking Heidi from seeing his tweets. That just pretty much confirms that the only reason they said anything about it to begin with was because he knew that some messed up SHIT was going to come to light, and he wanted to get the public on his side before everything was out in the open. Seems to have backfired pretty spectacularly. Yes, it has. Thankfully, people saw right through what he was trying to do. I mean, that's why his statement included the line, "You may hear rumors going around soon," or whatever he worded. Yeah, exactly. He said something about ignore the rumors, here's the truth, here's what's happening, and then proceeds to block his soon-to-be ex-wife. That was embarrassing. I think that was him knowing Heidi would eventually say something, and he wanted to get in front of it. He got in front of it all right, like a deer in the headlights, the oncoming train. Didn't Normal Boots say they were already in the process of terminating him after they were sent the underage allegations? I wonder if he also knew that was coming and wanted to get ahead of the speculation on that side too. Yes, Normal Boots were dragging their proverbial boots on this one, but when it comes to human resources in America, there are a lot of boxes you have to check off before you can legally fire somebody, and they probably were just working extra hard to get all their ducks in a row to do it the right way. I wouldn't be surprised if he had a heads up that the axe was coming soon, because let's be honest, when you're getting laid off from a job, most of the time you see it coming. Not always, but most of the time. I can't believe he pulled the "my wife told me to sleep with other women. I swear I didn't even want to," and expect it to work. Reignite the memes? Yep, Twitter has done that. Even if the allegations concerning minors were false, he probably still wouldn't address it on Twitter. That's not the place for that kind of thing. Exactly. The stuff with Holly is pure he said, she said at that point. You might even believe his side to a certain point. I don't, but hey, you might. But the minor stuff, that's lawyer time, not incriminate yourself on Twitter time. That's a good point, but at the same time, just shut the hell up. Don't tweet anything right now. Every time you tweet something, Jared, it's bad news for you. Just stop. Exactly. Just victimizing himself while making the actual victim the abuser. It's a common thing that abusers do when they realize they've been caught. I also love how he dodged the nudes sent and received from minors. That is an excellent comment from I Hate A Lot. Now he might have an effective gag order on him for anything that has brought him into an active criminal investigation. Still, his divorce lawyer is going to be furious in the morning. Exactly. He references lawyers in his 2-page essay. Why would he write anything? Any respectable lawyer would say, just don't go to social media during any proceedings, and definitely, if you do, don't reference anything in the ballpark that could come back to haunt you in this situation, which is exactly what he did. So, yeah, clearly he didn't clear this with his lawyers. I hope his divorce lawyer squeezes every penny out of this douchebag. That wasn't an apology, that was an excuse, and a sad excuse for one at that too. He should have just taken the L. Like, Jared is clearly the bully, the abuser, the aggressor, the one in the wrong, the one that was caught red-handed, not just cheating on his wife, if you even want to call it that, with an open relationship, but sending nudes to minors, having really messed up conversations with some of his fans, abusing his power, the position that he was in. It was just embarrassing for the entire community. And God, just take the L. Some people, if they're used to winning all the time, they've never been told no their entire life. When they finally F up spectacularly, it blows up in their face and they have no idea how to handle it because they've been told yes their whole life. So no matter what they've done, they could do no wrong. So they think they can just talk themselves out of the situation. Definitely not happening in this case. Love that the 2-page apology conveniently doesn't address his sending during the open relationship period. Biggest problem with that I had. The marriage stuff and cheating stuff are more or less drama. He tries to change who people believe. The nudes thing is potentially criminal. If he said anything about that without talking to a lawyer first, he risks incriminating himself. True. I want him to talk about that as much as the next guy around here, but from a legal standpoint, I can see it's a smart move not to. Edit. Well, he kind of talks about it. Lawful intentions. Yeah, he definitely did not clear this apology, this 2-page letter on Twitter with any lawyer. Any self-respecting lawyer who's trying to help him out would be like, dude, bad idea. Do not post this. Just shut up. Just be quiet. Go away for a while. Lose technology. Go on an island and just leave it all behind. He's just straight up trying to ignore the accusations from his fans he solicited underage pics from. That's all that can be seen from this. Nothing else matters. He's disgusting. Exactly. All that tweet was a smokescreen, a straw man argument to deflect any kind of attention coming from the underage situation. He clearly is trying to move the conversation back to his divorce so that people talk about that. But that's not the issue here. Very few people even care about that. This situation would have died off long ago if that's all the situation was about. But after that came to light, man, that rabbit hole just started getting deeper and deeper. And the more he tweets, the more he goes on social media, the more he's digging his own grave. Paying for someone doesn't make you a good person, dude. Exactly. He said he bought her a car, bought her the first month's rent at the new place, and got everything set up for her. He doesn't address that he blocked her before he made the announcement last week. Exactly. I'd like to know why you blocked her and talk to that more, because it kind of came off like you were just a douchebag, aggressor, abuser. This just reads as him further trying to gaslight Heidi. Yes, which is what she said in the first place. Clear as day, and the more he talks, the more it's coming to light. Paying for SHIT while you're in a relationship, especially when married, is such a baseline thing to do. You don't get good points for that. To quote one of my favorite shows, Mike and Molly, you don't get a medal for not acting like an ape. Come on, guys. He paid for her stuff because he's such a great dude. Didn't have anything to do with trying to convince her to sign that NDA she mentioned. No siree. That's Scruff McGuff, one of the mods, and what a fantastic point. That's exactly why he did all that. He wanted her to sign an NDA, and thank God she didn't. Because a lot of this creepy-ass stuff that's been hidden away for a very long time would have never come to light if she did that. And all that stuff is a smokescreen for exactly what I was saying. He's probably trying to discredit Heidi, hoping that will discredit the underage stuff, but a lot of people came forward about that. Exactly. He's just trying to discredit everybody. This is insane. Everyone sees right through it. There is nobody here trying to defend him. It is absolutely hysterical from the perspective of ProJared to think that for any moment in time, your quote-unquote previous fans of your channel would come around to support you after what you've done and what's come to light with the allegations. Here's another mod. It takes a while to come up with the BS. Of course he's going to release it now. He's also probably looking for some more attention before his channel dies and he's in legal trouble. Yes. That is where I will end this video because that sums it up perfectly. Anyways, that's all I got for you guys today, but this situation is not over. Not by a long shot. I'll be following it closely and continually entertained and wishing and hoping to see what the next stupid move ProJared makes. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, you stay smashing.